Hey guys, so for this video, I'll be doing my top 30 songs. Well, technically 33 songs because um, on the title we'll just say 30, but I'll be talking about 33 songs. So if you want to know what songs I enjoyed the most this year from 33 up to or down to number one. Stick around. A lot of these are very interchangeable, just depending on my mood. But definitely within the top 10, like those are very, very solid. But from then on, they're very interchangeable, especially from like 10 to 20. Definitely very interchangeable. So yeah. Again, this is like my musical taste, so that doesn't mean that these are the best songs like that were released. It's just my opinion of the best songs released this year in K-pop. Um, Overall, I would say that for the majority of the year, the groups that I'm into, which are mostly second generation, and the ones that are still active, did a solid job with their releases. So that really made me satisfied throughout the whole year, especially because my ultimates, which are Shiny, Donbangshinki, Girls' Generation, Infinite, G Friend. So yeah, as you, well, yeah, let's just get started, and enough with the rambling. So I'll start with number 33 until I get to number one. So number 33, I have One of Those Nights, which is Key's title track for his debut album. I think it's called Face. I actually ordered that album. It's supposed to arrive like in a few days. I don't know if he'll make a repackage for it. But I really liked the sound of the song. It's definitely very different than of what I was expecting for him to come out with in terms of solo music, which is like a great surprise because it's good when you get an unusual type of debut. But overall, the album is great. Again, this list is mainly on songs, but I really liked his album. Um, it's probably my within like my top three shiny solo albums. He's definitely up there with Temin. Temin, I think, still, in my opinion, my favorite shiny solo, and I would definitely say Key's my second. So, very good job for Key, and obviously, when I get that album, I'll unbox it. Number 32 is BB by IU. This song, I wouldn't say is like, oh my gosh, it's incredible. It's a very chill song. I did not expect her to just release a single album. I wanted her to release like a studio album because it is her 10th year anniversary since her debut. So hopefully in the first half of the year she gets a studio album. And this was just kind of like a tease, and she's just working really hard on selecting the best songs that she can put on her comeback. But she did have two albums last year. Well, one of them is like a remake album, but still she had to release this. But it's IU's BB, and it's very laid back. It's a fun song. The music video is very cute. Um, but it is within like the best songs in my opinion. It's just like a song that you can listen to kind of like anywhere basically. Number 31 is one of it's a really strange song, especially because I don't particularly listen too much of Twice's Japanese music. But this had a Korean version, and I actually like both versions. And it's BDZ or Bulldozer, and that song is like super 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 catchy. I really really like the chorus for that song, and I love the verses. It's probably one of my favorite Twice's songs. Um, I'm very obsessed with it. I just like it's so cute. And I don't know, it's just I guess a guilty pleasure for me. because it's like very, I don't know, it's very unusual for me to like a song like that. But I really thoroughly enjoyed it. The music video for it, for the Japanese version, is really cute. Um, and yes, I like everything about it. It's very catchy. And this is the reason why there's like 33 songs in here, because like I wanted to include it in this list because it's a song that um definitely like stood out for me during this year. Number 30 is Trauma by EXO. This is not a title track for them. In terms of title tracks, I wasn't too pleased with Love Shot. Don't Mess Up My Tempo is okay, or Tempo is okay. The other songs in that album are really good, so I usually rank EXO a bit higher when it comes to these end of the year lists. But I don't know. The album was very good, so I'm happy about that. But the title tracks were not that strong. I think they could have picked other songs that which were a lot better. But I within my top 50, top 60, there are more of those B sides in that album that they released this year. But Trauma is my favorite one. Um, and then number 29 is Good Evening by Shiny. I think I mentioned this in my first half of the year favorite songs. Again, it's like a very house dance type of song. I don't know what else to say. The music video is pretty. But it's a very chill song. Nothing too dramatic about it. And then for number 29, for 28, is Lo Siento by Super Junior. This song, it's one of those songs I listen to the most throughout the whole year. It was very unexpected for me to see Super Junior, sing in Spanish, but it makes a lot of sense as they promoted so much in Latin America, and I'm really glad that they were able to do two Spanish songs. Well, they had like another song, but they had two title tracks that were both in Spanish with Spanish or Latin artists. So it's just a solid song. But through time, I don't think it aged too well for me. But I really, really like this song. Um, and then number 27 is What Is Love by Twice. This song is my favorite title track they had this year. In terms of, I don't know, they had a good year. In my opinion, I think Twice had a good year. But I kind of ranted a little bit about kind of like there's not really a progression for them. They've been doing kind of like the same thing, to be completely honest, like since they debuted it. So I don't know. Hopefully next year they have a more solid albums. There was some improvement, but I don't know. There hasn't been any growth in my opinion. But in terms of all the title tracks, What Is Love is my favorite. I think the music video is very like creative, and I don't know. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Number 26 is Everyday, which is a song, well, Everyday by Winner. This song I didn't like at first. I heard the first 2 minutes and I had to like stop listening to it when they first released it, and I complained about it. I talked about it on Twitter. I mentioned it probably in like 2 or 3 videos. I did not like the song. I was very put off by the autotune, but for some odd reason, I think like 2 months later, I listened to it again. I don't know if I saw it on a lyric video or a top 10 video. I don't know. I became obsessed with it. And I don't mind the autotune part anymore. So it's one of the songs I listen to a lot. And whenever I listen to it, I put it on repeat most of the time. Number 25 is Cookies by Ihonki, which is probably a song that most of you guys may not have heard, because FNC did a really poor job at promoting poor Honky, but I really like that mini album. Like, I highly recommend listening to it. And I'm very glad that he even got to dance for it, because in his first solo, it seemed very FT Island. And I wanted something different because, if he's gonna perform like songs that he usually performs with FT Island, why don't they just make an FT Island comeback? And this comeback was completely different. The songs had this like um, dancey feel and a bit electronic. The music video was very pretty. There was two music videos. I didn't particularly love the collab with Cheetah, but the other songs in that mini album are so good. That's another album that's on the way. It's actually coming with Key's Face. But I really loved it. I love that solo album. It took me by surprise because I think I completely ignored that comeback. And then I saw a stage, like a live stage for it. And I was like, oh my gosh, like he released a solo and it's like completely different with what he usually sings. So it was something that I really liked because they usually just make him sing like rock songs or like pop rock songs. So most of the time you just get to hear him like singing that or ballads, not dance songs. So I highly recommend listening to it. And that mini album, like it's very cohesive in my opinion. And then for number 24 is Little Touch by Girls' Generation OGG. This song, okay, I have a strange kind of relationship with it, mainly because um, it's a good song, but I don't know. It's like sometimes I grow out of it, and sometimes I want to listen to it. It has a catchy chorus. I'm glad that it did really well. It is amongst the best title tracks in my opinion for girl groups this year, because it went by pretty slow for the most part. Like, yeah, but I really enjoyed this song from Girls' Generation, and it was something that I was really unexpected, and I do hope that they release something else next year if they're not gonna release something as a full group. But again, very catchy song. The music video is great. The dance, everything. I was very pleased with just the whole package, and I wish they would have performed it more because I don't think they even promoted it on like music shows. All right, so number 23 is "How Are You Today" by M Flying, and I recently made an unboxing of this. Great summer track. And Flying is like rising for me. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Their music really clicks with me. Um, just absolutely love this song. Great summer track. The mini album, I talked about it. Great song. Great album. Then number 22 is Super Junior's Otra Vez. Again, another second Spanish song with Rake. In my opinion, and this is not to throw shade at the Super Junior members, like Rake definitely like overshadowed Super Junior in the chorus. That guy's voice is really good. And I speak Spanish. I listen to Rake songs even prior to like getting into K-pop. And yeah, so yeah, I don't know what else to say. Like, Rake really shined. I love Super Junior as well, obviously, but they outshine the Super Junior members. But very catchy song. I love the chorus. The Spanish lyrics are really, I don't know, they're really nice. So number 21 is another Flying song, Hot Potato. This is for their third mini album. This was released early this year. I would say that mini album is a bit weaker than this one, but their second mini album is actually really good. I think their second mini album is probably their strongest release as a whole. But yeah, Hot Potato, great title track though. Like, but that album is, it's good, but it's not their best. Then number 20 is I'm So Sick by A Pink. And this is the comeback I needed for them. And I think they needed this to evolve. Like, I wouldn't say evolve, but mm, I guess survive in uh, like just being like overlooked, or like, how would I put it? I would say like this song really redeemed A Pink in my opinion. And the reason why is because A Pink has played it safe for the longest time. And this is not a bad thing because they have their own sound. And I absolutely love A Pink. If you've seen, if you are familiar with my channel, and I think I even made a collection video for A Pink, I've kept up buying their albums every single year. So I haven't um, missed a single release except for their special single album they released this year, and I'll get that hopefully like around next year, because I don't want to be missing something. But I have all of their like studio albums and their mini albums. Don't have all their stuff in Japan, because that's just like even more things to worry about. But I do have their Korean stuff. I've followed them since they debuted, and they've improved over time. They evolved, so you can have the same sound and like evolve, and that's the thing Twice is having trouble with. But this song really redeemed A Pink, and it made them a little bit more relevant to the new wave of K-pop fans, because they can't be doing the same thing, like the same title track over and over again, and not expect fans to get bored. So this really helped them get a lot of new fans. It increased their album sales once again, really good. So I think they're gonna continue with like this concept that's grown up, but it doesn't push boundaries. So I don't think A Pink needs to go like full on like what's it called, like Stellar or like Rania or like after school type of sexy. I don't think they need to do that. I think they just need a little bit more mature music videos, and title tracks, because the girls are growing up. I don't expect them to sing like songs like uh I don't like the song, their like their debut song, I don't know, like Mr. Chu, things like that. Like they've grown out of that phase, and it's just a little bit awkward to watch them sing those type of songs. Obviously, like in concerts, that's completely fine, but like as new songs, I don't know. I feel like the girls themselves feel a little bit awkward sometimes having to release songs like that when they're a bit more grown up. And this song was just really, it was great. I think it was the perfect song from them. They just released a teaser for their new mini album. Really excited about it. I think they announced that it's going to be like a little bit more intense than this comeback, which is completely fine. So I guess they're like dark pink now. Um, and yes, they still kept up their sound because the other songs in the album are very similar to what their B-sides are usually like. That mini album is great as well. Very, very happy with A Pink this year. And hopefully they'll have two comebacks next year. So early this year and then before the year ends, I think that would be perfect for them. And I'm glad that their sales went up and they've kind of survived, just flopping, because they were kind of, they had a little bit of a um, oh my gosh, like what's gonna happen with A Pink when they release their what's it, their third studio album, and that title track didn't do that well, and it was mature, but it was not the right song for them to promote as a lead single. So I guess I don't know, it's like a long spiel with this whole thing, but I'm So Sick, great dance song. It's not your usual A Pink song, so I think good majority of you guys know that song because it was really successful this year. Then number 19, I have Mamamoo's Egotistic. I was very satisfied with Mamamoo this year. I think they gave us three different sides of them, and they were all great songs. But Egotistic is my favorite title track from them this year. I'm glad they pulled some Latin inspired music and imagery for their comeback. So it's just great summer track. That's all I can say. Is like they didn't like put in like random Spanish words that made no sense. They even had the bicho malo part, which I really really like that little touch that they put in there. And yeah, they look absolutely stunning in the music video. The photo book for that album is great. So very happy with Mamamoo. I think they did a great job with this song. Number 18 is kind of like, I guess, the song that really stands out of this whole list is Circus by Taeyeon. This is a B-side, so it's not a title track. So yeah, if I could put Japanese songs in here, I would have put her two Japanese songs within this list, but this is just mainly K-pop. I didn't want to put any Japanese songs. So that's the only ballad in here, basically. But great song. When I heard the preview, I knew that was going to be the best song in the whole album. Yes, she did a fantastic job. When Tan ballads, when they pick the right ballads for her, they're just so touching. Like, and the lyrics for it, very very interesting lyrics. Number 17 is Do 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 by Blackpink. The reason why this is not higher is because this song is very hype. And this is what I said at the beginning of this video. Like, a lot of these songs are interchangeable. This just depends on my mood. I really like this song, but it's so intense sometimes. I don't want to listen to it, but it's not because I don't like it. It's just because like I'm not in the mood for it. And that's why it's not higher. But the best part of the song is Jennie's rap part. Hands down the best part, and the Rose's parts. Yeah. Yes, I think it's definitely the standout song of the year because it's the most viewed music video. Probably the most talk about comeback, aside from like BTS's comebacks and stuff like that, but probably the most successful kind of song this year overall. So really liked it, but it's so intense. It's just like I don't want to listen to it every single day, but when I listen to it, like I get down to it. Like I really like this song. And again, like kind of like the opposite for number 16 is a very toned down dance song, which is Blue Moon by Kyungri from Nine Muses. I was hoping Nine Muses is going to come back this year because whenever they come back, their albums are so good. Their title tracks are completely different from what everyone's putting out. Their concept is like perfect. Everything is just extremely well done, and then they get no attention. And same thing for this song. Like, give this to any other like major girl group and it would do so well. And not just because not that Kyungri sucks, it's just people don't pay attention for some reason. I and so I do wish this song is featured in like whenever they come back. Hopefully it's like a bonus track. Yes, I'm obsessed with it. This is a song I can listen to anytime, put on replay, and not get tired of it. Great job, Kyungri. So number 15 is a song I did not appreciate when it came out, and I'm very upset because I was obsessed with. This number 15 is CC by Hyorin. This song, oh my gosh, this is like the perfect summer song. It reminds me so much of Sistar, and I think she did it on purpose. I wish she would have gotten this type of songs for her second solo. I think she's doing great in my opinion. Like what all the songs she's been putting out, I really enjoyed. Dali is a song I really like, but I I listened to it so much, I kind of grew a little bit out of it, and this is why it's not in this list. But this song is probably like the perfect summer song. It among all of the songs that were released. It's just oh my gosh! Every time I listen to it, the music video is absolutely perfect, and just her vocals. Like you can give Jordan a phone book and it will be a hit in my opinion. I wish she would get more attention now that she's not with Starship anymore. But this song really reminisces Sistar's kind of summer feel. Number 14 is Summer Night's Dream, which is FT Island's comeback song this year. Um, Again, another great summer track. It's just really cute. The packaging for it is really cute for it as well. I think I did an unboxing for it. Every time FT Island comes back, I'm just super like satisfied. It was just like a pop rock summer song. It's not that serious. I'm really glad they were a little bit more upbeat this time around because usually they've been lately so far with a lot of their comebacks have been a little bit dark, or just not as bright as this one. So listen to it. It FT Island. Oh my gosh, I just love them so much. Number 13, Into You by Yuri. This is probably well, obviously because it's number 13, among the best solo songs this year in my opinion. I think that it fit her so well. The music video is kind of a little bit weird at certain parts, but just a perfect dance song. Very very happy with this. Her live stages were really really good. The album was great. Yeah, just perfect dance song. I don't know what else to say. Then number 12 is another solo song. It is actually solo by Jenny. And that's the reason why this song is not higher is because of that. Um, you know how that song ends like like that electronic part of the song. I don't know what else how to explain it. It's not that I don't like it, but it really pissed me off from listening to this song or like finishing listening to it because I love everything about the song. But I wish there wasn't like I don't know, maybe it's just like a little bit too loud. I don't know. But again, perfect debut song. The music video absolutely stunning. I even bought that single album. It only has one song, but that's how much I liked it. That's supposed to arrive today. So I'll do an unboxing as soon as it arrives to my house. But absolutely pure perfection. This is probably my favorite solo release from YG in terms of female artists since Park Bom's like Don't Cry. That's how much I liked it. Um, I don't know. She looks absolutely stunning as well. I know she has like a lot. She's getting a lot of slack right now for like being like lazy and all of that. But when she's performing this, like when she wants to like put on all the energy, she kills it. I really really like Jenny. I want another solo from one of the members. Obviously, the one I really want the most is from Rose. And yes, so I'm really looking forward to like their solo projects as well, because especially like Lisa, Rose, and Jenny, like those three are so solid. Um, when it comes to just being by themselves. I like Jisoo, but her voice sometimes just I don't know. It's not that she's like a bad singer. It's just like her tone. It doesn't. I don't like it that much. Um, and it depends on the song as well. Like I don't know if they make her sing nasally. I don't know. But solo by Jenny, like super super happy with this. with that whole comeback, the whole concept, and I'm really glad that she like is getting all this music video views. So very happy for her. So number 11 is "Remember Me" by Oh My Girl, which is another unboxing I made recently, and I talked about like that electronic part of the song, which I kind of got over by now. The bridge of this song, absolutely stunning. I This is like listening to, and actually like from this song on onto number one, there are a few songs that are kind of the same theme of like the concept, and it's very my taste. Yeah, I love the chorus for this and that bridge. I think her name is Hyojung and Sungi. Those two sing so well. Even the ad libs, like the ad libs near the end, they absolutely kill it. And because like their first, the comeback earlier this year was good, but the song's a little bit forgettable. The album is actually really good, but this song, I think, after I made the review and I listened to it again, and I was like, wow, I really did not appreciate this song that much. So this is really up there for me. That bridge, every time I listen to it, I always put it on replay. I click, oh, yeah, yeah. So number 10 is "The Chance of Love" by Domagjinki. This is just the best way I can describe it. This is like the um typical SM boy group song that is made by, what's his name? I forgot his name, but it's definitely like it's a signature type of SM boy group song, and Domanjiki has been getting a lot of these type of songs since they've been home. So I love it. Like I eat it all up. I love the bridge for this song as well. It's very very catchy. And yes, and the album is great as well. And the reason why I really put off actually filming this video is because I don't know if their new special mini album, um, they're labeling it as a full length album, but it has 7 songs. There, I don't know if that song is gonna be better. If it is better, I might have to like, I guess rearrange this list and like put a comment or on the description or something. But I just wanted to film this like because like I don't know if I have enough time, but really excited for their new comeback, which is in like 2 days. Then number 9 is "Tell Me" by Infinite. This kind of goes along with what they've been releasing the past 3 years, like the I, Bad, yeah, it goes along with that. Like again, I wish they would release more sweet tune type of songs, but that's alright. Just great dance song. Number 8, "Aya" by Cosmic Girls, and this is, they always do this and it makes me so happy. Cosmic Girls. Oh, and I did it when I mentioned it when I did an unboxing for this. They always have 2 songs that could be title tracks. Obviously, one that's selected and another one that's usually the promotional song. And I'm pretty sure, and they always do this with Monster X as well. Um, they always have like that second other song that could be a title track, and it's just as good. And it's this one. I absolutely love this song. It's it really stands out with what it's been being released usually by girl groups now, and I know I understand that K-pop is trying to appeal more to international fans, so they're trying to go more towards the American sound, but this is not the case for Oh My Girl, not for Oh My Girl, for Cosmic Girls. Listen to this song, the chorus, the vocals. There's so many good singers in Cosmic Girls, and I think they just really underrated. Aside from like Yeonjung being kind of like the one that is the most popular, basically. Yeah. Then it's Lost and Found. Number 7 is Lost and Found by Lovelyz. Again, keeps up with the whole theme of kind of like what this, what's it called? What Aya kind of sounds like. The chorus for it is the highlight for me. Number 6 is Heroine by Sunmi. What else can I say? This song, it would have been higher if it wasn't similar to Fight for This Love by Cheryl Cole, or just Cheryl. Listen to that song. It's very similar. It's basically kind of like the same thing. And I kind of don't like when K-pop songs absolutely sound very similar, but this is like the exception for it, because Sunmi, she's been really doing things. And that many albums amongst the best albums this year. Super proud of her. Yes. I was obsessed when that song came out. Like, I listened to it so many times. Number 5, Up All Night by I'm Flying. I mentioned it in that unboxing for I'm Flying. Perfect summer song as well. The vocals. Really love it. It's a promotional song as well, so I'm glad they performed it live. Number 4, I think this is probably I would say this song is amongst people's number 1, number 2, at least in their top 5. I think for a good majority of people, Bad Boy by Red Velvet. This is probably their best title track. Because I kind of switched this Bad Boy with Red Flavor, but pure perfection from Red Velvet. I wish I could say the same thing for Power Up and Really Bad Boy, but the albums were good, but the title tracks were not up there like this song. I don't know if they will ever top Bad Boy, but I think it's probably a good majority of people's favorite Red Velvet song. Number 3 is another Sunmi song, is Siren. Again, completely different with what everyone's releasing right now. It was supposed to be a Wonder Girl song. Thank God she kept it. Fits her so well. And I'm pretty sure, again, I think everyone listened to Sunmi's title tracks this year. And number 2, which, no shocker, and they're usually within top 3, Time for the Moon Night by G-Friend. This song, when I first heard, okay, this is like the funny story with the song. I liked it, but this is a grower, and usually with G-Friend songs, I'm like instantly in love with them, and this wasn't the case for this title track. I liked it, but I didn't love it, and I absolutely became obsessed with it once I finally got it. Like, this is why they picked this song. Yes, and I'm very happy. They are teasing their track list, and it looks like they have really good producers this time around again. 12 songs. Oh my gosh, I'm like so happy. I love the concept that they just posted, and I hope they have a repackage too. But the vocals, everything, it's a toned down G-Friend, which is something I wouldn't say I would necessarily enjoy that much.